The fastest way to destroy your own future is to announce it too early. Most people do not fail because they lack talent. They fail because they speak before their actions have power. They reveal their dreams while those dreams are still weak. They expose their plans while those plans are still unfinished. They tell everyone where they are going before they have built the strength to survive the journey. And once people know what you are planning, something begins to happen. Some will laugh quietly. Some will pretend to support you. Some will secretly hope you fail. Some will start competing with you. Some will discourage you with soft words. Some will watch your every move, waiting for the first sign of weakness. This is why Machiavelli understood something most people learn too late. Power does not always belong to the person who talks the most. Power often belongs to the person who reveals the least. There is a kind of strength in silence that ordinary people do not understand. Silence protects your energy. Silence protects your focus. Silence protects your strategy. Silence gives your ambition a place to grow without interference, without noise, without unnecessary opinion. The moment you reveal your plan too early, you invite the world into something that was meant to be built in private. And the world is not always gentle with what you are trying to become. So listen carefully, because this lesson can change the way you move forever. Never reveal what you are planning, not because you are afraid, not because you are weak, not because you are hiding in shame, but because every serious mission needs protection. A seed does not announce itself before it becomes a tree. A warrior does not reveal his strategy before the battle begins. A wise person does not expose the blueprint before the foundation is strong. In this life, if you want to become powerful, disciplined, respected, and difficult to control, you must learn one of the oldest rules of strategy: move in silence. Machiavelli studied power not as people wished it to be, but as it actually is. He understood that human beings are not always moved by kindness, fairness, or reason. Many people are driven by envy, fear, pride, insecurity, competition, and self-interest. This does not mean every person around you is evil. It means you must stop being naive. There are people who will support you genuinely, but there are also people who will only support you when your dream is small enough not to threaten them. They are comfortable when you are struggling. They are relaxed when you are confused. They can clap for you when your life looks normal. But the moment they sense that you are rising, changing, improving, or becoming something they cannot easily measure, their spirit changes. They may not attack you openly. They may smile. They may ask questions. They may act curious. But underneath that curiosity is calculation. Where did you get the idea? How far have you gone? Who is helping you? How much are you making? When are you launching? What exactly are you planning? Not every question deserves an answer. A person who has not trained his mind will answer everything. He will explain every step. He will talk about every idea. He will open his mouth because he wants validation. He wants people to say, "Wow, that is amazing." He wants encouragement. He wants approval. He wants to feel important before he has done the work. But this is where many people lose. They confuse attention with achievement. They talk as if talking is progress. They announce as if announcement is success. They tell the world their plan, then their mind becomes satisfied too early. They feel the reward of achievement without actually achieving anything. That is one of the hidden dangers of revealing your plans. It can weaken your hunger. When you speak too early, your brain begins to enjoy the praise before the result exists. People congratulate you for what you have not finished. They admire the idea, and suddenly you feel like you have already done something great. But you have not built it. You have not suffered for it. You have not proven it. You only spoke about it. And words are cheap. The Stoic understands this. The Stoic does not live for applause. The Stoic does not need the crowd to validate his direction. The Stoic asks one simple question: am I in control of myself? Because a person who cannot control his mouth cannot control his destiny. Machiavelli would tell you that the world respects results, not intentions. People may listen to your dreams, but they bow to evidence. They may smile at your plans, but they respect what they can no longer deny. So stop trying to convince people with words. Build until your results speak in a language they cannot ignore. There is a reason why silence feels uncomfortable to weak people. Silence forces you to sit with yourself. It forces you to work without applause. It forces you to develop discipline when nobody is watching. It forces you to become internally driven instead of externally approved. Many people cannot handle that. They need to post every step. They need to announce every move. They need to tell friends, family, strangers, and social media what they are about to do. They are addicted to being seen before they are ready to be tested. But understand this, visibility is not always power. Sometimes visibility makes you vulnerable. When people know your plan too early, they can attack it before it becomes strong. They can discourage you. They can distract you. They can copy you. They can mock you. They can plant fear in your mind. They can give advice that sounds wise, but is designed to slow you down. Sometimes the most dangerous words are not insults. Sometimes the most dangerous words are soft words spoken by people who do not want you to grow beyond them. Are you sure? That is risky. People like us do not usually succeed in that. Maybe you should wait. Maybe you are doing too much. What if it fails? Why not just be realistic? On the surface, it sounds like concern, but sometimes concern is just fear wearing a polite face. If you are not mentally strong, you will carry their fear as if it belongs to you. That is why silence is not just a strategy. Silence is protection. When you move in silence, you give fewer people access to your mind. You reduce unnecessary noise. You prevent weak opinions from entering the room where your future is being built. A plan is like fire. If it is still small, too much wind can kill it. But when that fire becomes strong, the same wind that once threatened it will only make it burn brighter. Your job is to protect the fire until it becomes too powerful to be extinguished. This is why every serious person must develop the discipline of secrecy. Not secrecy in a dishonest way, not secrecy because you are planning evil, not secrecy because you are living a fake life, secrecy because growth needs privacy. A pregnant woman does not expose the child before it is fully formed. A builder does not invite the public to judge a house while the foundation is still messy. A general does not reveal the battle plan to the enemy before the war begins. So why do you reveal your future to people who have not earned the right to know? One of the greatest mistakes in life is believing that everyone close to you should know everything about you. Proximity is not loyalty. Familiarity is not wisdom. Time does not always prove trust. Some people have known you for years and still do not understand your spirit. They know your name, but they do not know your calling. They know your past, but they cannot understand your future. They know your weakness, so they struggle to respect your transformation. This is why you must stop explaining your evolution to people who are committed to an old version of you. When you begin to change, people will try to pull you back into the identity they are comfortable with. They will remind you of who you used to be. They will question your new discipline. They will laugh at your seriousness. They will call your silence pride. They will call your focus arrogance. They will say you are changing, as if remaining the same was supposed to be your life's purpose. Let them talk. Your transformation does not need their permission. Machiavelli understood that perception is powerful. People do not always respond to who you are. They respond to what they think you are. If you reveal too much, you give people material to define you, predict you, and limit you. But when you become silent, you become harder to measure. And what people cannot measure, they often begin to respect. There is power in being unpredictable, not unstable, not reckless, but strategically unreadable. Do not let everyone know what hurts you. Do not let everyone know what excites you. Do not let everyone know what you are building. Do not let everyone know who is helping you. Do not let everyone know your next move, because the more they know, the more they can interfere. A man who announces every move becomes easy to stop. But a man who moves quietly becomes difficult to control. This is the difference between noise and power. Noise begs for attention. Power does not beg. Noise explains itself. Power demonstrates. Noise seeks validation. Power builds evidence. Noise reacts to every opinion. Power remains calm and continues. If you want to become powerful, you must stop treating your mouth like a public notice board. Every idea does not need to be shared. Every goal does not need to be posted. Every blessing does not need an audience. Every move does not need witnesses. Some victories are stronger when they are silent. Because when you build quietly, people cannot attack what they cannot see. They cannot mock what they cannot measure. They cannot destroy what they cannot locate. And by the time they discover what you have been doing, it is already too late. That is the beauty of silent progress. It shocks people. They thought you were resting. They thought you were finished. They thought you had no direction. They thought nothing was happening. But while they were talking, you were building. While they were judging, you were preparing. While they were distracted, you were becoming dangerous in the most disciplined way. This is why you must become comfortable being underestimated. Most people hate being underestimated because their ego wants immediate recognition. They want people to know they are smart. They want people to know they are planning something big. They want people to know they are improving. But a wise person understands that being underestimated is an advantage. When people underestimate you, they stop watching carefully. They relax. They reveal themselves. They do not prepare against you. They do not see you as a threat. And that gives you time. Time to learn. Time to build. Time to sharpen your mind. Time to gather resources. Time to correct mistakes quietly. Time to grow without pressure. There is no need to convince people that you are becoming powerful. Become powerful. There is no need to argue that you are changing. Change. There is no need to announce that you are serious. Be serious. The world is full of people who talk like kings and live like prisoners. They speak of discipline, but cannot control their habits. They speak of success, but waste their mornings. They speak of loyalty, but betray themselves daily. They speak of power, but are controlled by emotion, attention, pleasure, and public opinion. Do not be one of them. If you say less, you will hear more. If you reveal less, you will observe more. If you react less, you will understand more. If you announce less, you will achieve more. This is the quiet path of real power. The Stoics taught that you must control what is within your power and release what is not. Your words are within your power. Your reactions are within your power. Your discipline is within your power. Your privacy is within your power. But other people's opinions are not fully in your power. Their jealousy is not in your power. Their misunderstanding is not in your power. Their criticism is not in your power. So why hand them the keys to your peace? Why give them access to unfinished plans, then act surprised when their opinions disturb you? If your dream still needs courage, do not expose it to cowards. If your vision still needs faith, do not expose it to cynics. If your strategy still needs refinement, do not expose it to people who only know how to criticize what they cannot create. Move quietly. Let your discipline be private. Let your preparation be hidden. Let your improvement be personal. Let your results become the announcement. One day, the people who ignored you will ask how it happened so fast. But it did not happen fast. They only noticed late. That is what happens when you move in silence. Now understand this clearly. Moving in silence does not mean isolating yourself from everyone. It does not mean refusing wise counsel. It does not mean becoming suspicious of every human being. That is not wisdom. That is paranoia. A wise person still learns from mentors. A wise person still receives correction. A wise person still builds with trusted people. But he understands the difference between trusted counsel and public exposure. Not everyone deserves access to your process. Some people should only see the result. There are 3 types of people in your life. The first type are builders. These are people who help you think better, work better, and become better. They correct you without envy. They support you without controlling you. They challenge you without trying to break you. These people are rare. Protect them, listen to them. The second type are spectators. These people are not against you, but they are not truly with you. They simply watch. They want updates. They want stories. They want to see whether you will succeed or fail. Do not hate them. but do not give them too much access. The third type are silent enemies. These are people who smile while hoping you remain small. They use your words against you. They remember your dreams so they can mock your delays. They ask questions not to support you, but to measure you. With these people, silence is not optional, it is necessary. Wisdom is knowing who belongs in which category. Many people suffer because they give enemy-level access to spectator-level people and expect builder-level loyalty from everyone. That is not wisdom. That is emotional carelessness. Machiavellian wisdom says, know the nature of people before you reveal your position. Stoic wisdom says, master yourself before you seek to master outcomes. Together, they teach one powerful rule: protect your mind, protect your mission, and protect your next move, because your future is too important to be handled carelessly. Think about the most powerful people in history. They did not reveal everything. Great leaders, warriors, builders, thinkers, and strategists understood timing. They knew when to speak and when to be silent. They knew that a word released too early could destroy an entire mission. Even in ordinary life, the same principle applies. If you are starting a business, do not announce every idea before it is strong. Build the structure first. Test quietly. Improve quietly. Let the market speak. If you are changing your life, do not tell everyone you are now disciplined. Wake up early quietly. Train quietly. Read quietly. Save money quietly. Cut distractions quietly. Let your new life become visible through consistency. If you are healing, do not explain every wound to people who benefit from your weakness. Heal in private. Regain your strength. Return with peace. If you are planning a major move, do not give everyone the map. Move with patience. Move with intelligence. Move with timing. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is strategy. When you stop talking so much, you begin to notice things. You notice who asks questions too aggressively. You notice who becomes uncomfortable when you stop explaining yourself. You notice who only supported you when they had access to your weakness. You notice who is irritated by your discipline. You notice who begins to reveal envy when your life improves. Silence exposes people. When you no longer feed people information, their reactions tell you what their words never could. Some will respect your privacy. Some will become offended. Some will pressure you. Some will accuse you of pride. Some will distance themselves because they were only close to monitor you. Let them reveal themselves. You do not need to explain your silence to people who were only comfortable with your openness because it gave them control. One of the strongest signs of maturity is learning to disappoint people's curiosity without feeling guilty. You are not required to answer every question. You are not required to share every update. You are not required to explain every decision. You are not required to make your private life public just to appear friendly. A calm smile and a simple answer can protect you. I am working on some things. I will share when the time is right. I am focusing quietly for now. Everything is moving step by step. I prefer to keep this private until it is ready. That is enough. The old version of you may have explained everything. The new version must understand that access is earned. You are allowed to become more private. You are allowed to become more selective. You are allowed to move differently. You are allowed to protect your peace. You are allowed to build without making announcements. Because the truth is, people do not need to know everything before they respect you. In fact, sometimes they respect you more when they realize you are not easily accessible. A person who is always available becomes common. A person who always explains becomes predictable. A person who always reacts becomes controllable. But a person who is disciplined, calm, private, and consistent becomes dangerous, not because he harms people, but because he can no longer be easily influenced. That is the kind of danger this world fears. A dangerous man is not always the loudest man in the room. Sometimes he is the quiet one who observes everything, says little, controls his emotions, and acts with precision. He does not need to threaten. He does not need to impress. He does not need to announce. His presence speaks because his discipline is real. And this is where many people misunderstand Machiavelli. They think Machiavellian wisdom is only about manipulation, but at its deepest level, it is about understanding reality without illusions. Reality is this: if you are building something meaningful, not everyone should know. If you are rising, not everyone will celebrate. If you are becoming stronger, some people will feel exposed by your growth. If you are improving, some will feel abandoned by your progress. So move wisely. Do not let excitement make you careless. Do not let loneliness make you overshare. Do not let temporary praise make you expose permanent plans. Do not let people pressure you into revealing what they have not earned the right to know. Your silence is not arrogance, it is discipline. Your privacy is not weakness, it is strategy. Your calmness is not emptiness, it is control. The more serious your mission becomes, the more selective your communication must become. Think of your life like a kingdom. Every kingdom has gates. No serious kingdom leaves every gate open. No serious ruler allows everyone into the war room. No serious strategist reveals the map to the crowd. So why do you? Your attention is a kingdom. Your energy is a kingdom. Your plan is a kingdom. Your mind is a kingdom. Guard it. People may call you secretive. Let them. People may say you have changed. Let them. People may say you are becoming distant. Let them. You are not becoming distant. You are becoming disciplined. You are learning that peace is more valuable than being understood by everyone. You are learning that focus requires boundaries. You are learning that not every person who smiles deserves access to your strategy. This is how you begin to change your life. First, reduce unnecessary announcements. Do not announce the goal before you have built the habit. Do not announce the project before you have created the structure. Do not announce the transformation before you have paid the price. Second, stop explaining your every decision. Explanation can become a weakness when it comes from insecurity. If you know why you are moving, you do not need everyone to approve the direction. Third, observe more than you speak. A silent person gathers information. A talkative person gives information away. The person who talks too much often reveals his insecurity, his weakness, his plan, his fear, and his desire. The person who listens carefully learns the room. Fourth, let results become your voice. There is a special power in appearing with evidence after months of silence. People can argue with your words, but they struggle to argue with results. Fifth, protect your emotional reactions. Never let people easily know what controls you. If praise makes you lose focus, they can control you with praise. If criticism breaks you, they can control you with criticism. If anger exposes you, they can control you with provocation. The Stoic mind does not move because the crowd moves. It moves because reason, discipline, and purpose command it. This is what you must become: a person who speaks with intention, a person who acts with discipline, a person who observes human nature without bitterness, a person who understands power without becoming corrupt, a person who protects his mission without apologizing for it. And when you become this kind of person, your life begins to change. You will no longer feel the need to prove yourself to everyone. You will no longer explain your silence. You will no longer allow random opinions to disturb your purpose. You will no longer give people access simply because they ask for it. You will become calm, and calm people are hard to defeat because they do not panic, they do not over-explain, they do not chase validation, they do not reveal everything under pressure, they do not mistake noise for strength. They move quietly, but every step has meaning. That is how you should move from this day forward. If you are planning something important, protect it. If you are becoming better, protect the process. If you are building a future that your present circle cannot understand, do not waste your energy begging them to see it. Let them think what they want. Let them misunderstand you for a season. Let them underestimate you. Let them assume nothing is happening. Your job is not to perform progress. Your job is to make progress. Your job is not to appear powerful. Your job is to become powerful. Your job is not to be seen. Your job is to be prepared. Because when the time is right, what you have built in silence will speak louder than anything you could have announced. One day, they will see the result and ask, "When did this happen?" And the answer will be simple. It happened while you were quiet. It happened while you were disciplined. It happened while you stopped explaining and started building. It happened while you learned one of the oldest rules of strategy. Never reveal what you are planning. Move in silence and let the result make the noise. So from today, before you announce your next move, ask yourself, does this person need to know, or does my ego simply want to be seen? Before you explain your goal, ask yourself, am I looking for wisdom, or am I looking for approval? Before you share your plan, ask yourself, has this person earned access to my future? If the answer is no, remain silent. There is dignity in silence. There is protection in silence. There is strength in silence. The world is already loud enough. Let others shout their intentions. Let others expose every move. Let others chase attention before they have built substance. You are choosing a different path. You are choosing discipline. You are choosing strategy. You are choosing self-control. You are choosing the quiet road where real power is formed. And when people finally notice the change in you, do not rush to explain it. Just keep moving. Because the most dangerous growth is the growth people did not see coming. If this message speaks to you, subscribe to the Stoic Voice. And in the comments, write these 3 words, move in silence, not for the world, for yourself. Because from this moment forward, your plans deserve protection, your mind deserves peace, and your future deserves discipline. Move in silence, master yourself, and let your results speak.